In this video, we are going to discuss implantation, gestation and parturition. So after fertilization between the sperm and the ovum, the zygote is formed. So as you can see, this is a zygote. This has been formed by the fusion of a sperm. Either it was carrying a X chromosome or Y chromosome, and with a egg that was carrying a X chromosome. So depending on whether the sperm was carrying a X or Y chromosome, the baby will be either a female or a male. So after the zygote has been formed, now it will start dividing. So the first division will lead to 2 cells, then 2 will become 4, 4 will become 8, 8 will become 16. So this divisions of the zygote are known as cleavage divisions, because in this division, as you can see, the size of the cell is progressively becoming smaller and smaller. So this type of division, it increases the nuclear content in comparison to cytoplasm. So that type of division is called cleavage division. Now these cells which are formed, these are called as blastomeres. So this stage, where it is 18 or 16 cell stage, this stage is known as the morula. So the zygote has now divided into a 16 cell stage, morula, and finally it will produce a 32 cell stage which is known as the blastocyst. So this is the structure of a blastocyst. The blastocyst consists of 32 blastomeres which are arranged in a particular pattern, as you can see here. So there is in the middle there is a cavity. Now this cavity is the blastocele. Then surrounding this cavity and the surrounding cells are the trophoblast, and these cells are called the inner cell mass. So this inner cell mass will give rise to different organs of the body. This will differentiate into the 3 germ layers, that is ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm, and will finally give rise to different organs. Apart from that, you can see the layer of the egg is still present, that is the zona pellucida, that is still present here. So this is a blastocyst, and this is the stage in which the implantation of the embryo takes place. So what is implantation? This is basically the attachment of the blastocyst to the tissue, the endometrium of the uterus. So you can see as the zygote divides, so here the fusion has taken place. Now the zygote has divided into 2, into 4, into 8, into 16, and finally at this stage, that is the blastocyst stage, this will attach to the wall of the uterus, and that is called implantation. This is considered to be the beginning of the pregnancy. Now after implantation, because the embryo still hasn't developed any of its major systems, so it has to take food, oxygen, etc. from the mother's tissue, and also it has to give out the waste. So this is waste of the fetus or the embryo will also go back to the mother's tissue. So a connection is established between the mother tissue and the embryonic tissue, and this connection is called the placenta. So this tissue is formed by the tissue of the fetus and the tissue of the mother. The fetal tissue is called the chorionic villi. So the fetus is surrounded by 4 layers. These 4 layers are chorion, amnion, allantois and yolk sac. Out of this, allantois and yolk sac are vestigial membranes which are present here, you can see, and they have not much of uses. But amnion is this membrane which surrounds the fetus, and inside the amnion there is a fluid substance which is called the amniotic fluid, and this cavity is known as the amniotic cavity. And outside the amnion, this layer is the chorion. You can see here chorion, and this is the space between the amnion and the chorion is the chorionic cavity. So this chorion will form some, you can see, finger-like structures here that will go inside the tissue of the uterus and will establish blood connection, a capillary connection with the mother's tissue, and this whole structure is called the placenta. So placenta is basically a structural and functional unit between the developing embryo and the maternal body. So what is the function of placenta? Function of placenta. Okay, so before we go to the function of placenta, you can see here the placenta is connected to the fetus by a long cord. This is known as the umbilical cord. So the transport of substances from the placenta to the fetus moves through the umbilical cord. Placenta facilitates the supply of oxygen and nutrients to the embryo, and also removal of carbon dioxide and waste products of the embryo is done by the placenta. Apart from this function, placenta also acts as an endocrine tissue. So it releases hormones like human chorionic gonadotropin, human placental lactogen, estrogen, and progesterone. So these are the main functions of placenta: supply of food, oxygen, removal of waste, and production of hormones which are required for the development of the fetus. Now after implantation, the fetus will the embryo will start developing. So as you know, the gestation period is 280 days or 9 months. So what are the development that takes place in this 9 months? First 3 months are called the first trimester. So let us see what are the development that takes place in the first trimester. First month, the embryo's heart has developed. You can see this heart bud is here, and you can see. So in the first month itself, heart sound can be heard through the stethoscope. Then gradually the limbs, the eyes are developing. Within 4 weeks, the limbs and eyes are developing. 8th week, the limbs and the fingers, that is the digits, the hands, the leg, and the fingers and the toes have developed. And finally 12 weeks, that is the end of 3 months, most of the organs have developed. Facial features are visible, and it can move. The fetus can move its limbs. So these are some of the development that takes place. So at the end of the first trimester, that is the end of 3 months, most of the organs have developed in the fetus. Then the second trimester, the first movement of the fetus and the appearance of hair on the head can be observed during the 5th month. So you can see here, skin is transparent and hair is growing. To week 22, the hair has grown, and by week 26, the baby can open his eyes. Okay, so by 24th week, the body is covered with fine hair, eyelids separate, and eyelashes are formed. So by the end of the 6 months, all this development has taken place. And the last 3 months are called the third trimester, that is 7th, 8th, and 9th month. So in this case, mostly the growth of the baby takes place. The baby's eyes can open wide. It gains weight quickly. In the 31st week, the pupil of the eyes can change size in response to light. Bones will harden. However, the skull still remains soft and flexible. And at the end of the 9 months, the fetus is fully developed and ready for delivery. Finally, after 9 months, this is ready for delivery, and the delivery of the baby is known as parturition. So vigorous contraction of the uterus at the end of pregnancy causes expulsion, delivery of the fetus. This is called parturition. Parturition is a neuroendocrine mechanism, and the signals it originates from a fully developed fetus and the placenta. When the fetus is fully developed, the placenta and the fetus gives out signals, neuron signals, to the brain. Then the brain triggers the release of oxytocin. This is the hormone, the endocrine part. The hormone will release. So oxytocin will then stimulate the uterine muscles to contract. This contraction will further stimulate the more secretion of oxytocin. So this cycle will continue as the contraction becomes stronger and stronger. The more oxytocin will be released, and finally the baby will be expelled from the uterus through the cervix, that is the birth canal, and that is called parturition. And after the infant is delivered, the placenta is also expelled from the uterus. So this is how the baby is born, and oxytocin plays an important role in parturition. And finally, lactation. So the mammary glands of females will start producing milk, and this process is called lactation. This will help the mother in feeding the newborn. The milk that is produced in the initial days is called colostrum, and it is very important for the fetus because it has several antibodies which is responsible for developing resistance to the newborn babies. And breastfeeding during initial period of infant growth, that is the first 6 months, is recommended by doctors, and this will help in bringing up a healthy baby.